Friday morning. It's April the 1st, 2022, and welcome to Shortcuts for Your Soul. My name is Michael from the Spiritual Medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And today I have with me the energy of Holy Mother Mary and the Divine Collective, and we're going to be talking a bit about the Immaculate Conception, the Immaculate Creation, that process. What is the Immaculate? What's that statement mean? What's it really entail? We're going to be getting that in a few short moments. And I want to start off by saying that over these next few weeks, we're going to be going into some very intense ascension energies. And it cannot be underscored enough that these energies have no neutral point. These energies coming in from the sun and the galactic center do not have a neutral point to them. They can only be used positively or negatively. I encourage you to do your best to stay in a high vibrational state, as close to love as you possibly can, because the expressions of energy can only be in two ways through the human organism: love or fear. There's no neutral expression in these ascension energies coming into us. This is for the upliftment of the human collective unconsciousness, and if these energies are harnessed correctly, we can push through these lower vibrational energies that we've been bound in for the last 75 years, so that we can begin to re-articulate our expression on a more spiritual flow than on a materialistic flow. So please bear that in mind. If you find yourself, I know I've been going through some challenges this week, which is why I didn't come through on Wednesday morning with Mother Mary then. The ascension energy is really intense. There can be no deviation or a minimal deviation from love. If you can just stay centered in love, it's going to make a huge difference, not only for yourself, but for everyone around you. Now, not everybody is conscious and aware of this ascension process, so it's really important I explain to you that those who are not aware of the ascension process will be affected according to the dominant emotional predispositions they've cultivated through their lifetime. That being said, your vibration as an intention of love can certainly ameliorate or reduce the negative flows of energy in people that come into proximity to you. In other words, people that come within a few yards or a few, say 10 or 20 feet from you, they can be brought into a higher vibrational frequency by you staying in alignment to these vibrations of love. I really want to begin the show with that understanding that these higher ascension energies are coming in. They're bombarding the planet now. They're going to be increasing and intensifying for at least the next 3 to 5 days. It doesn't matter what you want to call it, a solar flare. These are energies that are able to alter and change DNA. They're able to alter and change, amplify and de-amplify certain emotional qualities, certain behavioral expressions. And they come from both the galactic center and the center of our solar system. That's where these energies predominantly come from that affect us. I mean, there are other solar systems that radiate that frequency, but we're most affected by this generator called our sun and the galactic center, which is going to be impacting us over the next 10 or so years. But these next few weeks, really important to keep yourself deeply in alignment to love as you possibly can. It'll make a huge difference for you, and it's going to make a huge difference for the people around you. Not everybody has this knowledge and awareness of this ascension movement. Some people are calling it the Great Reset. From a political and three-dimensional perspective, that's something completely different than these ascension energies. These ascension energies are literally energies to raise your soul up out of subjectivity to fear. In other words, the biological imperative of fight or flight survival mechanisms. We have the opportunity to transition out of that collectively and individually. So have fun with that over the next few weeks. It's going to be very exciting. If you get funny symptoms, strange headaches, feel weakness or fatigue, or you unusual emotional eddies that you don't know where these are coming from, these are ascension energies. Take that time when you feel yourself getting emotionally off. Take the time to sit down, breathe, relax the body, move your awareness into the alignment of a vibration of love. Move your awareness into the vibration of alignment of love. This is going to give your energy that matrix to flow through. So you stay centered in love, the energy flows through that matrix. If you're in fear, it'll flow through that matrix. And those of us who are awake and aware enough to know that we are actually transmitting and receiving energy, that we can do so intentionally, we have a responsibility to our fellow humans to transmit love as consistently and as repeatedly as we can to assist them likewise. Ultimately, the journey is yours. Everyone is responsible for their own journey, but we can do our best to help others as well with the information and knowledge, experience, and understanding that we have cultivated, right? Thank you. Now, one of the things that Mary wanted to talk about is this concept of the Immaculate Conception. People do not understand. They literally believe that she got impregnated without any form of physical interaction. This is not true. There was an actual conception. The Immaculate Conception is an idea that I and my love held in heart, in mind, and in body, and in alignment with our true nature. We held the highest conceivable idea of love, possibility, and goodness for all humanity, that this became the genesis for what you call the Son of God or Master Jesus Christ. This became the genesis, these energies of love, pure, undisturbed by any vibration or notation of fear whatsoever. We simply held the energy for his physical mechanism and his soul to come into a field of unrelenting love, so that he gestated biologically in these energies with us. It was a regular and consistent practice to hold the conception of his perfection, to hold the conception of his perfection in our minds, in our hearts, and in our bodies. We were very selective and careful. But this does not have to be restricted simply to the birth of one master. This process of the Immaculate Conception means that you can hold any idea in your mind and an emotional quality that matches that idea so as to reproduce that idea as a physical manifestation for your experience. As we experience the birth of the one Son, so too you can experience the birth of any creation in your life, any dream or goal or aspiration you set for yourself. From that perspective, from this perspective of purity, from that perspective of an idea that is only touched by the hands, hearts, and mind of love, can bring forth the idea you seek so perfectly. And every creation that has done good in human creation is an effect of the Immaculate concept being held in mind, in word, and in actions. For we also made certain that what we did with our bodies, what we did with our minds, were also in alignment with that conception of creation, so that the Son of God came forth in love, in light, in truth, and in wisdom. Understanding how to apply this principle of ideational focus to keep your attention on ideas and information that are pure and good and true for you is the idea of the Immaculate concept, that nothing is allowed to come into your field of consciousness that would in any way, shape, or form diminish the outcome of your result. In other words, if you wish to create a work of art, or you wish to have a new child, or you wish to get a new job, or you wish to do anything with your life, form the Immaculate Conception. See it in its perfection. Hold it in mind, in heart, and in body. Make certain that the things that you do and consume align to this vibration of your perfection. There is a vibration in body, in mind, in emotion, and in your soul that will be in alignment with what it is you choose. And if that alignment is maintained and sustained, then the creation is inevitable. The inevitable creation unfolds before you. It is not magical. It is not mystical. It is simply an understanding of the principles of creation, understanding that divine energy works through all of us. It works through each and every living being, whether they are aware of it or not. This light and this life flows through all in a purity and a precision that cannot be overridden. And you are gifted with the opportunity to direct how this energy will flow through you. You have the ability to say, this is in alignment with this idea, this feeling, this thought, this emotion, this food, All of these things are in alignment with ensuring that the birth of my idea comes to fruition. The Immaculate Concept, the Immaculate Concept is an idea that is pure in its truest nature, undistracted by any vibrations or frequencies other than itself. An immaculate conception can be also very destructive in some sense, in that the purity of an idea can produce one result that is either positive or negative. Ours was chosen towards love, towards light, exclusively. There are many in your time space that have expressed in these days immaculate conceptions that are negative, and you've seen them in the form of wars, in the form of greed. These are conceptions that are equally allowed in the divine's mind, as the divine will not deny nor diminish any creation. The divine will not deny any creation. That is a matter for you to decide of free will. So let us hope that this is clarified now, that there is a process of creation that is based in ideation, in understanding thoughts and what it is you wish to bring forth into this world. That purity of idea determines the nature of the conception as to whether or not it is immaculate. A conception that would not be considered immaculate is one that is based on confusion or uncertainty. You want something and then you change your mind. You desire something and you change your mind. You're going back and forth. That is not an immaculate conception. An immaculate concept is where the idea is held so clearly and dearly in one's mind, in one's thoughts, in one's hearts, and through one's actions, that it must of necessity manifest by law. That was what I wish to share with you, that the divine conception is something that each and every one of you has the ability to fulfill in your own individual lives. It is not something that is exclusive to any soul. Every soul in creation has the opportunity and the opportunity to create a conception that is divine for them. You could say that every experience you've had is a conception, but whether or not it's divine or not would determine whether or not the expression of love. If is love the dominant expression of a conception, then we would consider that divine. If love is the dominant energy to any conception, we would consider that divine. Now, the importance of this time we have right now is that you have at your disposal an energy that has not been seen on this planet for thousands of years. This energy gives humanity the opportunity to elevate itself up out of suffering and into a deliberate, unified expression of love and intentional creation. Do not be disturbed or distracted by the changes you will see in the world around you. Rather, stay centered in the vibrational nuances of love, kindness, compassion, peace, patience. These are very important. They will act as filters for these energies that are coming into your experience right now. These energies can be extremely intense for some of you, and we encourage you to turn your attention to functions and practices such as meditation, such as doing and involving yourself in things that you love, that give your heart joy, make your mind clear and happy. For the nature and quality of energy that you have your mind and body in will determine what the expression is through you, what your experience is of the creation through you. And in truth, none of you can experience anything other than but the creation through you. You can observe the creation of others. If you are looking at war, or you're looking at sadness, or you're looking at a person that is homeless, you're looking at their creation enabled through them. Your goal during these coming days is to align yourself as closely, deliberately, and intentionally to love as you possibly can. In that, you set up a creative process that will indeed influence and affect your brothers and sisters. Though they need not know that this is occurring, this is what will occur. you can sit close to anybody who's in a beautiful state and experience their energy with them. As you often find yourself coming to us in many different forms and have us come to you directly, you do experience changes in your energy, do you not? And that is the nature of these ascension energies, to give you the opportunity to elevate your consciousness higher than it has ever been, to align your mind and body to an element of the divine that has been elusive for many of you for hundreds, and for some of you even thousands of years. Please understand this. This is your opportunity. Stay aligned to love as consciously and as deliberately as you can. If there are any who would draw you towards fear, turn away from them and focus on love. Do not delay on the path. But the ascension is happening now. It is not something that's happening in the future. It has been happening for almost 2 years of your earthly time, this process of ascension. And now it is increasing rapidly. Your science measures these energies as physical measurable changes in the conditions of your environment and in your solar environment. They measure these things. They have names for the different bandwidths of these energy. They call them X-rays, they call them gamma rays, they call them cosmic rays. These are simply energies that have a form and a function in the process of creation. And if you're able to align your consciousness to a frequency, it will repurpose these energies into an alignment and an expression through you that is more pleasurable and beneficial to yourself and your collective consciousness. But please understand that the names that your science gives to objects do not necessarily define their form or function in their true essence. Although science can register or measure effects in physiology that these things can occur, they have not factored in the reality that if you're in alignment to a certain frequency yourself, a vibration of love, that vibration realigns or restructures these incoming energies so that you can integrate them more effectively in your body instead of the natural detrimental ways that some of these energies can affect you. There are conditions, these radiations called what you call ultraviolet radiations that can affect your skin in negative ways. But again, if your vibrational frequency is predominantly aligned to a frequency of love, then these energies are altered and changed when they come in contact with your field. That is the field of love that you are generating around your body. As equally as your vibration, if you're in a state of fear, will also affect these energies correspondingly. But the effects of love and the effects of fear are very different, one from another. Be very mindful in these coming days and in these coming weeks, for you have at your disposal the opportunity for great liberation and freedom, or great suffering. And there is no judgment on which one you choose, but you must choose. You cannot not choose. There is no neutral here. The assertions of transformation are inevitable in the creation. Creation does not remain still. It is dynamic and it is transformative. And so are you in your consciousness when you are awakened to know that you are the thinker of the thoughts. You are the creator of ideas. You have an alignment and a connection to an infinite source. From this place, your liberation is inevitable if you're conscious of these things. In your freedom, when you discover your freedom, it is our hope that you would turn to others and offer them the same, the knowledge, the wisdom that comes to you, and offer this to others, that they too may find the freedom of choice that is the right that each of you has in the process of learning to understand your role in creation. Even though you might perceive yourself as a finite body, the causes and effects of your consciousness go well beyond the framework of your physicality. They go well beyond the framework of your thoughts. If you understand the process of radiant energy, you will come to understand that you can affect far more than you ever realized, far more than you ever imagined. But everything that you can imagine can be affected by your consciousness, by your awareness, and by your energy. And as much as you can receive these ascension energies, you can also broadcast these ascension energies out. You can receive them and broadcast them. Receive them in love, they will be transmitted in love. Receive them in fear, they will be transmitted in fear. There will be no middle ground. There will be no middle ground. Wow. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Hello, Jana. Hello, Ian. Good to see you. Hello, Allison. Hi, Chris. Thank you so much. Yeah, we have such an amazing time. Question from White Rabbit. Why has my higher self chosen such a lovely and depressing life for me? My connections with people rarely last for long. I don't know who this is. I think this is your guardian angel saying the journey is not for them. The journey is for you to realize fully and completely your creative process. How could you learn if you did not have the polarity? How could you have the opportunity to choose if you did not have a choice before you? So this is quite exciting news you share with all of us, that you are leading this life of beauty and this light of depression, and you now have the chance to choose which one will you live, which one shall you live with. For in the last analysis, it is all simply the creation that you're working with. And these ascension energies that you're receiving now afford you the opportunity to stay in alignment. When you find yourself in this place of depression, move yourself into love. Even towards your depression, move yourself in love towards your depression. Offer your love to your depression. Transform it. Transmute it. This is what you're here to learn, that you are a creator in the image and likeness of the creator that created you. Is that not beautiful? Well, thank you so much. Hey, Con. Yeah, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Nancy's asking, I feel the pain and suffering of others, especially my children. Will this keep me from ascending? No. During those times, you want to stay in alignment to a vibrational frequency of love. When you recognize or observe the pain of others, the moment you observe the pain of others and you can feel it, you have now taken it into your heart. In that place, move yourself into love. Stay in love and let that be the offering back to them. Let your love be the offering. It is the vibrational alignment to love that is crucial. This is what you must all understand, that even when you perceive your pain and your suffering, and you perceive the pain and suffering of others, choose to align yourself in those moments most diligently to the vibration of love. Be in the vibrational frequency of love. That is the transforming ingredient that you're seeking to master your use of and align your consciousness to. So they present these wonderful gifts of their suffering to you. Then move yourself into love towards them. Offer your love, not your fear, not your doubt. Align yourself to love and be amazed at the wonders that you will see occur with those that you direct such things to. When you offer your love, you embody it and you offer it. You embody it first and then you offer it. You must embody it first before you offer it. Wow, thank you. Great question, Nancy. Hi, Marjorie. Good morning. Hi, Jacqueline. Wonderful. Hi, Mary. Wonderful. Hi, Mara. Yeah, so I want to say that what Mary's talking about earlier, like the Immaculate Conception, it was an idea. To have an idea that's so pure and so true that there's only one result going to come out of it. In this case, when Mary and Joseph held the Immaculate Concept, they held the concept for a divine and perfect soul reflecting God's love in its fullest measure. They held that idea for that whole pregnancy. They called it in. They called it in. And Gabriel came to them and said, you're bringing this energy in. He's coming to you because you're holding this energy. You're in alignment to this vibrational frequency. So it's coming through you. An Immaculate Concept is an idea that's so perfect and so pure that nothing diminishes its perfection in your mind. Not what other people say. So even if you want to, get a new job or paint a painting, if you let nothing, what anybody else says or believes about what you're focusing on, get in the way, and you hold your idea, this is the way it's going to be, and you stay on that, that's an Immaculate Concept where nothing else or nobody else can interfere with it. Wonderful. And I really like that concept. That's really nice. Tomorrow, where are we here? Okay, so tomorrow's meditation is going to be on ascension integration energies. how to integrate ascension energies. The meditation is going to be on integrating ascension energies. I'm going to teach you a very simple process for that. And I've got Archangel Raphael coming in with me to do that, and Master Saint Germain will be coming in for that purpose, to assist you in process of integrating ascension energies through a vibrational state of love. So that'll be the meditation tomorrow at 10 a.m. Also, I want to say, for those of you that are wanting to really get a handle on these strong emotional swings that you're going to be coming up with in the next, at least the next 3 to 5 weeks, and probably the next 2 years, it's going to be up and down, up and down, up and down as we go through this process of integration. It's kind of like learning to walk, but with our spiritual legs. And we've got our mediumship program, Mediumship 102, which deals specifically with dealing with emotional energy, transforming old emotions, transforming energies from one state to another. That begins tomorrow, our orientation. You can go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and Mediumship 102 is the program. That begins tomorrow. The orientation is at 11 a.m. And come and join us for that. Anything else we need to discuss at this time? Yeah, just choose love. Choose love now more than ever. If you get physical pains, anything, go into a state of love. Seriously. No matter what it looks like or feels like in your mind or on, choose to stop, breathe, center yourself in love. Join us tomorrow during the meditation portion of Shortcuts Supernatural Saturday at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, and go through this process. It's so important. No matter what's coming at you, stop, pause, breathe, align yourself to love as best as you can, because that's going to allow that love, that vibration that you align yourself, is going to be like a filtration system for these incoming energies, just as fear is a filtration system for these incoming energies. And they keep telling me there's no middle ground here. It's not, you're either going to go this way or you're going to go this way. Love or fear. Those are the only two choices we have. So I really hope that you guys will partake in this with us. Question from SJK. In this lifetime, I have a mother who is mentally ill and disconnected from her children. I have compassion for her, but this has left me very empty inside and bereft of self-love. The response I'm getting to give to you from that is quite simple. You cannot give all of what you are to another. You can never give yourself away. The true nature of your consciousness is that you are love. You are love. You cannot give yourself away. You can emanate or radiate the vibration of love from within yourself, but you are not devoid of love, dear one. Love is what you are. You believe in your mind that because you cannot find a way to solve her creation, that you somehow don't have enough in you. But it is not about what you think, it's about what you feel now. And this vibration of love, let us transmit this to you now. This vibration of love is a frequency that you do not need to give it away from yourself. You need to learn to radiate it and stay centered in the point from which you are generating this beautiful vibration of love, to stay in that energy, that vibration of love. Continue to radiate that. Do not try to put it out. Just be in that. It will be enough. Be in love. Look inside yourself. Remember your true nature. Thou art love. Thou art love. Wow. Thank you, SJK. Question from Diane. How can I help with my friend Jen's depression? If, hang on. Yeah. Okay. One of her guardian angels coming through. Ask her if she's willing to surrender her suffering. Take her by the hands and ask her if she's willing to surrender her suffering. And then ask her to consider with you to rest in a state of love. Ask her to consider resting in a state of love with you. Be that in yourself as you do this. Be that love. Do not try to change her or make her change. Do not do this. Be that love. Be that sweet vibration of love while you hold her hands. Just be that vibration of love. and request that she consider being that also. And even in her choice to consider being love, a door will open where what you radiate can come in, where the light that you offer as love will simply shine through that simple intention on her part to be willing to receive love and surrender her depression to become that which she is. For she is love. Speak those words to her, that her depression is not her. She is love. Her depression is memory in her mind. She is not the depression. But be that vibration of love for her. You will be quite surprised, as she will, at how she will feel afterwards. I will be with you in this. Thank you. That's her guardian angel, by the way, that is going to be with you guys when you do that. So, yes. And he's very male. Yes. Question from Daniela. Did Mary incarnate in ancient times also as the queen of love? She's saying, no, I cannot say that I incarnated as love. The very nature of all of us is that we are all love. I am not the queen of love. I simply mastered a process that was taught to me by my teachers on how to be that which I already am, to fully actualize that, and then to impart that to my children, to impart this vibrational state of being love to my children. And are you not doing this also? Is that not also your goal? But I cannot say that I am the queen of love. One time for 2 more questions. Question from Diane. Am I from any or Enk branch of DNA? Biologically, the body that you have, if you're wondering about Enki, yeah, you can say you came from that genetic strain biologically, but your souls come from a different place altogether. I would say your soul. I don't know this place, but it's beyond the realm of the Pleiades. But it's a place that's, very undistracted and undisturbed by the little concerns of humans. But your DNA, the biological DNA strain, is what you would call the Enki strain. But that is not the nature of who you are. That facilitates who you are being here, though. Wow, that's great. Never heard that one before. Question from Rose. Last question of the day, folks. Any message how to improve brain function and recall? Great question, Rose. I'm being told to tell you, first and foremost, ensure that the substances that you give to the body are the light that the body needs. That the substances that you give to your body are the light that the body needs. Secondarily, ensure that your attachment to love is more important than your attachment is to memory. Many of you get very confused between who you are and memory. Your memory does not define the nature of who you are. The nature of who you are exists in the present moment. The true reality of what you are in this moment is very different than who you remember yourself to be, which is what many of you tend to do. You tend to remember who you are now rather than being what you are now. And this is what causes the confusion. The willingness and capability you have to be in this moment, unconcerned with whether you remember something or do not remember something, to be in this moment in a vibrational state of love, you will find this process that you call recalling information will have a different relevance to you. For what love needs to remember is very different than what you think you might need to remember from what you do remember. You cannot function from the present moment by living in the past. You cannot do this. And so it's confusing to some of you. You can only live in the present moment from the present moment. Thank you. Thank you very much. I want to say thank you to everybody for coming out today. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this video with others if you can, hit the notification bell. And if you, again, I remind you, if you want to really help yourself with dealing with these ascension energies, come to tomorrow's meditation at 10 a.m. And we will walk you through a process where you actually have the opportunity to learn how to integrate these ascension energies and transform them. And for those of you that are, tomorrow morning, I'll also be announcing the winner of the free reading for me, for my patrons. So patrons, tomorrow I will be announcing who won the free reading tomorrow for this month. And I want to say to all of you, much, much love. Thank you for your love, your kindness, and your support and your patience for helping keep this channel up and running. I want to wish you all much love. And I'll see a lot of you that are already signed up for the 102 in the 102 orientation tomorrow at 11 a.m. Much love, everybody. Bye for now. Have yourselves a wonderful and joyful day.